Everyone, what I come across with the way I treat people is layers of compensation, and this is for long-term injuries. So ultimately, the eyes want to stay level so we can see. Like that's a primary thing. Like it's hard to do life if your eyes can't stay level. It's called the writing reflex, and that comes from the brain stem. That's it's autonomic reflex. So the body will do whatever it takes to get the eyes level. I can see this by certain tests that I do. I can see it in real time. I can make some moves and see that there's been a change. I make some more moves, no change, make some more moves. That's changed it again. So what I mean, for example, so if the eyes have to stay level, someone hurts, they fall over, they land on their bum, and someone's treating the hip for ages because that's where they landed and that's where the pain is. When I look in the testing and I'm essentially talking to the body by these tests, it's showing that it's the jaw and the upper neck. That's where the primary restriction is. And that makes total sense to me now. Because, if someone falls and they don't hit their head, their body had the neck had to control the head from hitting the ground. So I can make a big spasm and restriction in muscle, which then has an effect on all the vertebrae. And there's like a tension point where the vertebra can't rotate, which affects below. So above and below is a key principle in body work, and especially now in neurology and the spine. So if the bones between the eyes here, the eyeballs sit in, those bones can be a little bit more indented one side and it'll be more pronounced on one side. That deviates the coccyx or the tailbone downstairs. And that's easy to determine if that's the case from what I've learned. So if someone's had a fall, bum sore, been sore for ages, everyone's treated it, no one can sort of make any difference. I go up into the next saying the restrictions up here, something starts to happen. So there may be a long time with that kind of treatment. So the head wants to stay level. So the regional injury caused the right hip to go upwards, so the right hip sitting a bit higher. That causes the right shoulder to go down. It's called a wedge pattern. The head to do this and to rotate so the eyes can stay level. So that's the first layer of compensation. If someone was to treat that, they could get rid of the problem if they found the original restriction. But no one can sort of find it. So the body goes, well, we can't function like this. We can't walk properly. It's a bit harder to breathe. We've got to still keep our eyes level. What do we do? How can we make this a bit easier? Let's bring this shoulder back now. So that shoulder, the right shoulder's dropped. Left shoulder rotates, and there's a rotation through the torso. It's actually easier to keep the head level now. And the other pelvis has come forward now too, so the back's more arching. So this is a real stress pattern now. So that's a layer of compensation on another layer of compensation. So as I'm doing the treatment, people are relaxing on the table, their body's changing. I'm seeing rotation patterns disappear, and I'm watching where's the body at? Is it changing? Did I make a change with that? Did it not? So sometimes people get treatment, and what we've resolved is one layer of treatment, one layer of compensation. Next time they come, and another layer presents itself, so we get rid of that too. So issues can be complex because of the layering, and it's usually to do with the amount of time between the original injury and when the person gets some help that's actually effective. And it's also based off asymmetries in our organs, our natural asymmetries. Eye dominance plays a big part. Hearing can have an issue. All the special senses, it's called, have an issue. How we breathe has a massive effect upon how we move our bodies and even recovery time.